Three, two, one. Have you ever felt that the next level of growth for your business is just out of reach? Do you ever dream of assembling a team of top tier experts in marketing, sales, technology, product development, but find that the cost is prohibitive? Does it seem impossible to go on a vacation because your business can't run without you and your daily involvement? If any of this is true for you, you are not alone. Welcome to the Force for Good Toolkit series. The Force for Good system is an elevated model of perpetual growth. And during this series, we provide mini retreats where we introduce tools and mindsets that help you, your team, and your company grow and prosper. Today, we are looking at the tool of all tools, the Force for Good Toolkit. It is a growing collection of 100+ growth tools that help you, your team, and your company grow and prosper. It is a PDF document with links to all of the Force for Good tools. This tool is free to download this week only, and it is the most precious of all tools because it gives you access to all the tools you can get when you go to aforceforgood.biz/book. Okay. So today, what we're going to do is first, we're going to talk about the four growth stages. So stages of growth and how you can use the Force for Good system and the Force for Good toolkit to help you move along those stages a little bit faster. So today we're going to talk about the 4 stages of growth, because the 4 stages of growth is the process you go through from startup to full scale and success. And so we're going to talk about those stages in the context of how the Force for Good system and its adjacent toolkit can help you. So when we talk about the toolkit, we're going to open up the toolkit, going to show you what it looks like. It's a downloadable PDF, and you are going to be able to we invite you to first use the essential 3 tools. So the whole system is built around 3 tools, 3 essential tools. And then the rest of the tools you use whenever you need them. And each time you use one of the tools, it's going to inspire growth within yourself, within your team, within your company. And today we're going to help you get started using the toolkit. So to receive this toolkit right now, go to aforceforgood.biz/weekly-tool. And for this week only, you'll be able to get this toolkit for free. So let's look at the stages of company growth. The Force for Good system helps founders and leaders align and accelerate impact, scale, and profit. So you'll see on this slide that on the Y axis, the impact, scale, and profit, that's what we're trying to grow all the time. More impact, more scale, more profit. And so how do we do that so that everything is aligned? So the Force for Good system helps us move through the stages of growth. And those are along the X-axis here on the screen. And you'll see that the first stage is existence, then survival, then scale and impact. We want to help you move out of existence and survival and into scale and impact faster, and to do it in a way that is always aligned with your core purpose, your vision, and your values. I invite you to consider which stage your company currently resides. So the existence stage is that startup stage. It's when your ideas are formulating, business is just getting off the ground, you're bringing forth a viable product or service and starting to deliver it to your first group of customers. Usually you have a founder and maybe a couple of full-time team members. You have a small team and you are very much focused on getting your business off the ground. The second stage, the survival stage, and this stage is a stage that most companies, even ones that may be on the outside, appear to be really going further and faster. So this is the stage where you have customers and possibly you have profits, but you're challenged by unlocking that higher level of growth, that perpetual exponential growth. And the big indicator, aside from not growing quickly and not having plenty of profit, is that it's founder dependent. When you're in survival mode, you're founder dependent and your company isn't growing as quickly as you would like. It's not delivering the freedom, prosperity, or choices that a founder desires. The next stage is the scale stage. This is where you start to see perpetual, almost guaranteed growth month after month, year after year. This is a breakthrough stage that very few companies ever achieve. This is when the company is positioned to scale exponentially and achieve ever levels of impact. And there's a choice that's going on in a scale stage, how much to reinvest back into growth and how much you want to pay yourself and your shareholders. The last stage is the impact stage. And the impact stage, it's when you hit that first big impact scale and profit goals, and you're ready for the next stage of expansion. And then you go on and on to next cycles of perpetual growth and impact. So where does your company currently reside? Think about that as we move through this. And then diagnostically, you'll start to be able to use the Force for Good toolkit to help you choose which issues and challenges you could get some help with. We have a whole series of tools that you can choose from. The Force for Good system is an elevated model of leading high impact, high growth enterprises. It is an operating system that you install into your company that fosters growth, innovation, and transformation. It's a flywheel for growth. So it's not just for your company, it's also for your team, for your leadership, and for your personal growth. So you're going to grow your leaders, you're going to grow your own personal lives, and you're also going to grow your company and your team all at the same time by using the system. The backbone of the system is the tools. And so we like to think of perpetual growth for impact, scale, and profit. And for the individuals involved, the founders and people on your team, the perpetual growth of freedom, prosperity, and personal power. So every time you take on a big goal, every time you move forward and actualize a new 12-month breakthrough, for example, we see you not just growing the impact, scale, and profit of the business, but we also empower you to create more freedom in your life as the founder and others leaders as they grow, more prosperity, personal prosperity, and you're reclaiming your personal power. Things like self-trust, self-worth, being able to gain confidence and clarity and conviction all along the way. The whole system is a growth flywheel, and the toolkit helps you spin the flywheel. The core pieces of the flywheel are these core growth elements. When you look at the flywheel picture at the bottom, each of these legs of the flywheel are part of what helps you grow. We call these the core growth elements. And those core growth elements appear on the 4-page growth plan, which is one of the 3 essential tools. And there's tools, individual tools that marry up to each one of those legs. What's special about the tools is not the tools themselves. It's the questions that you will be asked. And as you answer the questions and you allow your wisdom, your insights, the wisdom and insights of your team to come out and go collectively on a page that you can look at and talk about over and over again with your team, that's what the magic is. It's not the tools, it's your input into the tools, the unique input that you have. So we're asking questions about purpose, the customer or who you serve and how you serve them, your impact plan. So the tools help you get your flywheel spinning. So it's very simple to use the Force for Good toolkit. So it's the backbone of the whole system. As you use each tool, and really you can use them in any order, but we'll guide you so that you have a place to start and you feel a sense of grounding. Each time you use a tool, you're installing part of the system. Each time you do it, you're going to discover different insights, action that will move your company forward, growing impact, growing scale, growing profit simultaneously. The toolkit itself is a companion to the book, A Force for Good. You can read the book with the toolkit next to you, and all the tools are mentioned in the book. So that you'll have both, and they work really well together should you want to get a copy of the book. So now we're going to look inside the toolkit itself. All right. So the Force for Good toolkit, here it is. So when you go to aforceforgood.biz/weekly-tool, you can get a free tool every week along with a mini retreat, this one. And this tool is the Force for Good toolkit. It's the full toolkit. The contents is really helpful because it's going to tell you everything that's in the book, in the toolkit itself. So it'll give you a little introduction. And then it has the 3 essential tools, the 3 that you can start with. And then you'll find there are tools for your purpose, tools for knowing who you serve, and tools for knowing your impact plan. And those, and also tools for knowing your highest and best use. So you'll see in here, there are tools in here to help you develop an inception story, tools to help you develop your core purpose, your company vision, your impact goal, your core values, tools that will help you identify and know who you serve, where you'll develop an authentic customer avatar. You'll define a who and what statement. You'll define what you offer. You'll discover what actually is creating profit in your company. You'll design a customer journey. 3 areas, you'll design a customer journey and an area of chosen greatness. This is one of my favorite pieces, and it's one I go back to a lot personally. We also choose 3 feelings to cultivate. Those the 3 core feelings you are intending to create for every single customer you serve. You also have impact mantras, 3 customer improvements, and how to build and tune your growth model. That one is a meaty section with several tools. Then we look for your impact plan. The Prosperity Expander helps you define your own definition of prosperity. Then we have the 4-page impact plan, the company stages. So we talked about the company stages a little earlier today: existence, survival, scaling, and impact. Then we have 6 critical reports: building your key metrics dashboard, assessing where you are. We have a focus SWOT exercise where you identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Then you formulate strategy and milestones. There's several tools in that section. You identify your 12-month breakthrough goal and plan. This is a really meaty section with lots of tools. You also have a tool in here that helps you build your forecast and budget. And then finally, you have, in the last section, you have the 7 rituals of innovation. Then you have the Force for Good Quick Start Manual. Then it talks about the 3 different areas of leadership: being wise, being transformative, and being of highest and best use. And each of these have several tools embedded inside of them. So this is the toolkit. And the toolkit, as you'll see, I'm going to scroll down here. This Force for Good system is designed to amplify scale, profit, cash flow through alignment of purpose, values, and vision. And we do this by using a transformational flywheel that creates alignment, clarity, and potent action. It's showing you the different areas that it focuses on spinning the flywheel. And so we start out with the 3 essential tools: the 4-page growth plan, which is a 4-page plan for your entire company and how you're going to grow. And then it becomes the backbone for every conversation you have with your team. It becomes the backbone for your business plan that you might share with an investor. And it becomes how you communicate with your board or your advisors. You also design your transformational map, which helps you visualize and navigate change within your organization and how people are going to really be able to change. And it also has the Innovation Rituals Handbook. So these are the essential 3. Start with these. It's going to help you diagnose what else you need. And so from here, you'll be able to find all the different things, and there's links, and you click on the link and it shows you this tool. Then you come down to core purpose, and it has the core purpose creator and the core purpose activator. And down here, you've got the company vision expander, and then you've got a 10-year goal distiller. So this is a very rich map. It took me years to develop everything that's in this map. Download the Force for Good Toolkit by going to forceforgood.biz/weekly-tool. And again, the 4-page growth plan, the transformational map, and the 7 innovation rituals are where you want to begin. I also invite you to join me for office hours. Office hours is something that I offer to founders. Join me, bring your questions. You'll receive coaching and guidance. And the first office hour session is always free. So you can go to forceforgood.biz/office-hours and you can sign up. And so, for example, let's say you download today the Force for Good Toolkit, you start getting going, you have questions. Come meet me, come with your questions. Or maybe even better, you have downloaded the first tool, the Force for Good 4-page growth plan, and you've drafted it. And now I have questions. This is the perfect place to come. The founder office hours at forceforgood.biz/office-hours. The next thing you can do is to go and pick up your copy of the book, A Force for Good. And again, it's a companion that goes right with the toolkit. So you can get that at forceforgood.biz/book. And then you can go and get more help even installing all of these tools by learning about the accelerator. It's a 12-module online program. It has videos, tools, and assessments. We have several really cool assessments that will help you diagnose where to focus your energy. You can do this accelerator alone or with your team. And we have it offered through 3 different options at 3 different price points. One is a virtual only option where you self-implement the tools and you go along. And the second is the guided. It includes office hours and a session with me one-on-one. And then it also includes the personalized, where you get a lot of my focused attention and support, along with office hours and other perks. So check these things out. But first, just go today to the Force for Good tool page. Go to forceforgood.biz/weekly-tool. And every week we provide a new tool, and we launch a mini retreat live every Monday at 12 p.m. And then we release the recording and the links, and we post it to this webpage. You will get access to those new tools and the mini training every single week for free. So thank you for joining us today. We unpacked the Force for Good Toolkit. Hopefully that was extremely helpful to you, because the Force for Good Toolkit is a never-ending resource to help you grow and prosper as a person, as a leader, as a founder. And it'll help you develop your team into leaders as well. It'll help you create a company that both employees and customers cherish. So the world is made better by women-led business. Let's all go make the world a better place. Cheers to you.